Hi all, it's Kelly from LOCH BRIAR Knits coming to you from a very sunny, very cold Nova Scotia, Canada, where I live with my husband and our golden retriever Cedar. And it is February 3rd. February 3rd. So apparently the groundhog saw his shadow yesterday. We have our local groundhog, Shubenacadie Sam, who saw his shadow, so I guess that means we're in for an early spring. Anyway, then he tried to make a break for it, and I guess a reporter tried to stop him, and good old Sam just bit him. So, I don't know if he got away or not, though. Yeah, life in the Maritimes. So, this is episode, oh my god, you know what? I don't even know. This is episode 24. I forgot to look. That sounds about right. Episode 24? Okay. Which means, is this our 1 year anniversary? Well, it would have to be. Oh my god, I was thinking next episode was my 1 year podiversary. It's this one. Well, crap, I'm totally unprepared. We'll do something next podcast for it, since next podcast will officially be the start of year 2 podcasting. So that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. I'll pull something together. Anyway, administration. First off, thanks to all the returning viewers and for coming back. And I just have a dog hair on my lip. Joys of living with a golden retriever. It's still there. Oh my god. Okay, people. We're off to a great start. Welcome back to all my returning viewers. And welcome to all new viewers. Thanks for checking us out. I hope you'll give the podcast a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to be notified when new, what are these things called? Episodes are up. I'm in rare form this morning. I was ready to do this earlier, but my husband and my stepson were still roaming around the house and they just left. So I feel like this morning was a whole lot of hurry up and wait. And now it's like, I don't know, noon hour. So, and as usual, as soon as I start podcasting, this. Okay. I'm just going to literally. Okay. Got it under control, people. So, I'm drinking out of my IKEA mug. And it's got like little, I don't know, like if you can see. I thought it was, there's some like little birds on it. Actually, they're on this side. Burning, burning, hot, burning. I love like blue and white together. My dishes are the, what do they call it? Willow something, blue and white. Anyway, you don't care. I don't. This is a knitting podcast. But I'm drinking raspberry something from one of my David's teas that I got for Christmas. I forget the name of it. Raspberry something. It's tasty. It's pretty tasty. I usually like the ones with a bit of zing to it, but every now and then it's good to mix it up. A little bit of administration. We have the winner for the, sorry, put that down, 200 plus subscriber. I think we're up to 230 something right now. So we're just rocking along, people. You guys are awesome. So I used the random generator. I had everybody who wanted to enter put their name down as a reply to the question in last episode's drop-down bar. And so the giveaway consisted of this little notions pouch from My Needles Craft. Sorry, I'm dropping stuff here. with the sheepies on it. I love this. Oh, I just love this one. This one's hard to give away, but it's very roomy. I still say you could probably put like a little sock project in here without too much of a problem. So we've got this little giveaway pouch from My Needles Craft. She's based out of, and I think it's Ontario. But we're going to put her information down below because she has a lot of really great bags. You should definitely check her out. And then we've got, she included like a little stitch marker in the thing. And then I added in these little stitch markers from Erin Gilkey's. And then there's also going to be a skein of my yarn. So when I mentioned the giveaway last episode, I wasn't sure which skein of yarn I was going to do for the giveaway. What I'm going to do is I'm doing some dyeing up today, and I'm going to grab one of the new skeins that's not in the shop yet and include that with the package, the prize package that goes out to the winner, who was 20 entries, and it came up with number 5, which was Kay Craig. And the question was, what's your first cast on for 2018? And hers was a Lopi sweater, which I can remember my mom knitting Lopi sweaters when we were younger, because back in the, God, what was it? Would have been like the early 80s. There was like an explosion. Everybody had to have a Lopi sweater, and they're beautiful. The construction of them is amazing. So Mom knit one for each of the kids, and I remember looking at her going, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to do that. I have never knit a Lopi sweater, ever. I haven't. Maybe someday, but oh, they're warm. Oh my God, they're so warm. So, Kay Craig, just get in touch with me. I'm going to put the email address down below that you can reach me at to send me your address of where to send the prize package, and you'll get a surprise skein of yarn. And then I will show you guys next episode which skein of yarn it was that I sent. So, Kay Craig, send me your details down at the email address here, and I'll get that prize package out to you. And thanks to everybody who entered. There was some really great cast-ons of everybody starting up their year goods. So I think that is, I think that's everything for administration. Where to find me? I guess I should mention that. Here. Found me. Instagram, I'm most active on as Kelly L. Boyce. I have my Etsy shop, which is Loch BRIAR Knits, and also my Facebook page, and the Ravelry group for this podcast is also Loch BRIAR Knits, and my username on Ravelry is Loch BRIAR. And am I forgetting anything? I think that's everything. So, let's just get right into it, because I have a hoe. Now I have 2 hoes and 1 faux, and as you may see, I am wearing my faux. So I am going to, so this is the Knox Mountain Knit Co. Old Vine Shawl pattern. So just a little preface here. Oops, wrong side. So I've been wearing this pretty much non-stop. This is actually smaller than what the pattern would be if I had knit it right to pattern. I went down a needle size, and at first my thinking was I just wanted it smaller. I didn't want a big shawl. I wanted one that I could kind of wear just to work without it feeling too heavy around my neck or too bulky or anything like that. I just wanted a nice kind of light, warm shawl, almost scarf. scarf that looked like a shawl. So I wanted to be able to just to kind of wear it like that with my sweaters. So this was the perfect size for that. But as I was knitting it up, somewhere along the line I forgot. So I was thinking, my God, this is coming up so much smaller than the picture. And then when because I think I mentioned that in the last episode, I was like, it just seems really small compared to the picture. And then when I went back after I took it off the needles, when I bound it off before I blocked it, it was really small. And I was like, did I do something wrong? So I went back to the pattern and I was looking at it and I was like, oh, right, I went down a needle size. Duh. So yeah, and then I remembered why I'd gone down the needle size and everything was all good. But once I blocked it out, it ended up being the perfect size. But there are a few mistakes because, you know, it's me. There's the one that, please don't tell me that's a dropped stitch. Is that a drop? No, it's not. So, anyway, there was the spot here, you can see it, where I missed a ridge. You can see the spacing's different. And I could have done the double knit like people suggested to kind of correct that and make it look like there was a ridge there, but I've decided, you know, it's going to be wrapped around my neck and it's not really going to matter. But here's the other mess up I did. I'll get a little closer so you guys can see this. So the old vine, the lace detailing looks like old vines, right? So you're going along, do. And then I got to the very last one, of course, and you'll see that they no longer look like vines. It went a little off the rails. So if you kind of, see if I can do this. All right, so you can kind of get a sense, you know, of how it's supposed to look. And then this is what happens when your stitch count goes awry. And it went awry on the first, I think the first or second pass. And I thought I had fixed it, and then 2 more passes and I realized I hadn't. But at that point I was like, I'm not like gonna go back, because if I have to go back, sorry, I got fiber in my nose. If I have to go back and try to like think back on increases and decreases, I'm probably gonna end up having a bigger mess on my hands than what I have here. So I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. Just gonna leave it. I'm probably gonna be the only one that notices it's there. Well, and you guys know because I just pointed it out. But I love it though. I made this out of Fiber for the People in her Downy Sock base in the Seagrass colorway. It is just so super soft, but it's nice and light, so I don't feel like I have anything heavy around my neck, because for some reason if I put anything too heavy on the back of my neck, I think I automatically start pulling my neck forward and I get a really bad headache. And so this is just perfect. It's nice and light. I can wear it in the office. I can wear it around the house when it's a little chilly like it is today, because it's minus, I don't know, 100 out there. So I think it's like minus 15 or 10, but there's a wind chill. And it's cold in here because I forgot to turn the heat up in the room. So I've got hot tea and my new favorite shawl slash scarf. So that's my finished object. I absolutely love it. The pattern, like I said, was Knox Mountain Knit Co. It's a really fun pattern to knit. It's not difficult. I just seem to have a short attention span. And I was getting tired near the end of it too, so you know, when that happens, I should just know, just if you're doing a pattern, put it away. But I don't. I'm like, no, I'm getting to the end. I'm going to finish it because I was bound and determined I was going to have it done for today. So my own worst enemy there. But I do have two half-finished objects, which are my socks. So I finished my first self-striping sock from Evie Knits, and this was in her, I'm pretty sure it was called the Day to Night colorway. This was her self-striping sock. I did goof, and I'm pretty sure this is me and not her, because, I mean, let's be honest. And I think what happened, and I can't remember what happened, I think I was trying to, when it came to the part of the switching the gusset over to the instep, and I goofed a little, like here, but I don't exactly know what I did. But you can kind of see the stitches are really messy here. So I don't know. I didn't drop a stitch. Like there's no, that's what was my first thought. Like, oh, because, you know, drop stitches are my life apparently. It actually just looks like this, they're twisted. So anyway, I'm not too worried about it. It's just going to be right at the bend of my foot. Really, how many people are looking at my foot? I'm okay with it. I'm wearing them. So, but I love how these turned out. I did the eye of partridge heel, and I didn't do like, I don't do afterthought heels. I just go straight right into the heel and gusset. And I really like how, even with doing it that way, the striping still looks really good on the heel. The only thing is these may be a little big for me. I put these on my US 0, which is I think 2.25 millimeter, and I did 64 stitches instead of my usual 60 or 56. So I don't know. I think they may be, and I haven't tried them on, and it's really cold and I don't feel like taking my socks off right now. So I might get my sister to try it on, and if it fits her, then maybe I will give her these ones. She got back from a Iqaluit the other day, so she's back for a little while anyway. So yeah, so maybe I'll get her to check it out, because her feet are a size 7. Mine are like a 5.5. So, and these still have a little bit of give to them. So if they fit her, I'll probably just knit up the other one and then give these to her. So that's sock number 1 for my finished objects. Oops. And then this one does fit me. This is sock number 2. So this is out of my January colorway, which is in the shop now. This is a non-repeatable colorway, and this one's in my Gush base, which is MCN. And this was my first time actually knitting MCN socks, so I cannot tell you how much I love this. It is so soft. I love the little, if I can get it up here, there's like little pops, specks of red. I think there's a little more on this side, kind of interspersed throughout. Again, I did the eye of partridge heel, and then I just did the rounded Kitchener toe. So you see it's got a little more red down here and that. And I just did like about an 1.5 inches of a 2x2 rib. Just my usual vanilla sock. I love vanilla socks. I find it's nice to have a project that you know you can just like pop in your bag and go and not have to worry about, you know, patterns and counting and things like that. So this fits perfect. So I've been calling this my birthday sock, because 2:12 a.m. is my birth time and January is my birth month. So anyway, that is, I've got the other one started, so I'll show you that when we get to whips. But that is, those are my finished objects. This and the 2 pair of socks. I feel like I really got a lot done in the last 2 weeks. And when you see whips, you'll know why. Because I have cast on many things. Like I said, I was getting a little tired of just talking about the old vine shawl and the sock. Old vine shawl, sock. So we did some more stuff. So we're going to get the sock out of the way first because I haven't started the second stripe sock yet, but I did start my second birthday sock, and you see more pops of red. This one has a little more pops of red on it than the first one, but I really, really love how this colorway is knitting up. It's got like a soft gray base, and then the navy blue, and then again like the little specks speckled with red. So I got this started yesterday. No, what's today? Saturday. I think I started this on Thursday. I cast on the second sock right away because I thought I really want to get these done. I really want to get these on my feet, and I don't want to get slowed down by second sock syndrome, because there's a lot of sock yarn I have in there that I really want to knit socks out of, but I'm told myself I'm only going to have 3 pairs of socks on the needles at a time, just so that I'm not constantly casting on a first sock and not finishing the second sock. So I need to finish a pair of socks before I can cast on a new one. Not just one sock. I have to finish both socks. So once I get this done, I'm going to have to figure out what my next pair is going to be. And I think I know, but we'll see. So that is my first work in progress. So my second work in progress. And that's in my Fringe Supply bento bag, which is, I love these. I love them. So that's project whip number 1. So project number 2 is in Longview Creations, my little camper bag, my retro camper bag. And this is my husband's scarf. This is the most simple scarf pattern potentially in the history of scarf patterns, because he didn't want anything fancy. He just wanted something simple, and I wanted to get it done fast. So I'm trying to do this without stretching it out a bit here. Okay. So I don't know if you can tell because it's dark, but literally what this is garter ridges here and on the bottom, and then stocking knit in between. And then starting on this one where I'm at right now, I'm going to do another garter separation section and then stocking knit again, and I'm just going to repeat that until it's the length that I wanted. So this is the, let's see if I don't. Okay, this is Fleece Artist National Park series, and this is the single space. So this is the Manitoba National Park, which I believe was Riding Mountain. I don't have the thing in my bag. And so it's all these like tones of browns and of like, you know, varying shades. And that was the one my husband had picked out. So, and you know, at first I was like, that looks like it might be a little boring knit, but I really love how the browns are knitting up. Like, it looks, I really like it. So, and again, this is like an easy one I can just shove in my bag and go. And I'm just knitting these on my Jagu, trying to think what needle size. I think it's just US 1. I don't know. Honestly, I can't see when they printed on these. Sorry, Jagu, US 2, so 2.75. And these, are these interchangeables? No. So this is whip number 2, complete with dog hair. So yeah, this is just an easy knit, and I'm bound and determined to get that done quickly because it's really cold right now, and January and February are our worst months, and March is not a whole lot better because it's just messy and sloppy. So, you know, I need to get that done. And then the second work in progress. I started the sweater, people. I started the sweater. So the sweater I'm doing is the puntilla from Hohi Locatelli, and I'm doing this out of, and you know what, did I leave the, yeah, it. This is Illimani Echo Llama, so it's 100% llama, and it's really super, super soft. I love this yarn. So I'm doing it, oops, in, find my, there. So this is my main color, which is, it's a gray with like brown undertones. I don't know if that's really showing up here as brown. It looks more gray here. And then this one is sort of a, I don't even know what you call that. I want to say variegated, but I don't know if that's the right word. But it's basically matches up with this. And this is just going to be for the detailing around the cuffs and the waistband area. So I did up my swatch. I swatched, people. I've never swatched for anything in my life. Even the other one that I was doing that's currently on hold, I didn't swatch for it. I know I should have. I know I should have. I know. But sometimes I just like to live by the seat of my pants. So this is my swatch. So it is, I don't know if you can see. It's very, like, I can actually see through it. But it's, and it was just like this smidge off gauge. So I'm not going to worry about that because I think if I had blocked this a little more aggressively, and I also kind of screwed up, I started doing the garter band as part of the 30 rows. So I think if I had kept doing what I was doing, it would have pretty much been bang on with gauge. So I'm okay. And this sweater has a lot of positive ease to it. So, and this, oh my God, it's so soft and it's very light and drapey. And I always like to wear like a t-shirt or long sleeve shirt under my sweaters. So having this be nice and light so that I can do that without feeling like overheated or like I've got too many layers on is going to be perfect. But I love that this is, I use the yarn, the skein that's going to be the heels and, or the heels. I'm gonna knit some heels into my sweater. It's going to be very avant-garde. The cuffs and the lace around the cuffs and the waistband. So just because it's the same, exact same yardage gauge, it's the exact same yarn, just different color basically. So I didn't want to use the main colors just in case I needed all of it, and I just don't want to play yarn chicken. And I know I have more than enough, but I know I have way more of you know, what I need for this color. So I did the swatch up in this, but I really love how it looks. Anyway, so that is my swatch. My very first swatch. So let's set those down there. I didn't, once I got the swatch and I got it all blocked out, I thought, okay, I'm going to get at least something put on the needles. So I have, so this is, one of these is the right side and one of these is the left. I'm at the point right now where I have to start knitting across, and I keep knitting across, so I'm assuming that I attach these when I do. That's my understanding of the pattern. And, you know, I was like, oh, I was reading the start of this pattern when I was first looking at it, and I was like, oh, there's no wrap and turns. I'm like, yes, there is wrap and turns. So here's what I'm going to do, because for some reason wrap and turns just freak me out, and I don't know. Anyways, I am going to take some of this yarn and I am just going to cast on, like, I don't know, 10, 20 stitches or whatever. And I'm going to practice my wraps and turns before I actually start doing them on this, just so I can kind of understand how you do it, what it looks like. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to practice a little on this first before I start to do it on here. Because if I start to do it on here and I screw it up, I'm going to have a mess in my hands. I know I'm going to have to rip out and start over again, because I'm probably going to get to the point where I'm like, I don't know what I did. So I thought that might be the best way to kind of do it, is to start practice a little first on the stitch thing that I'm not sure of, and then go from there, and then like do it on the actual sweater. Because I just have to get through that part. I just have to get through the wrap and turns, and then I think I'm okay. So that's where I'm at, and this is in my loop bag. Sounds like I'm saying loot bag. Loop bag. My Alice in Wonderland loop bag, which I didn't get my pins on that yet. I've got to do that. So slack. so and that's the Puntilla sweater. That's a paid pattern on Ravelry by Locatelli. So then, of course, as soon as I had bought the yarn for this and cast on and swatched and all of this, Locatelli came out with a new sweater called the Easy One. So, where's that? Okay, so that's kind of it for the actual whips. I do have another pair of socks, the green ones, but I haven't done anything on those. You know when I said I'm only going to have 3 socks at a time on the needles, I just remembered I have my Forest and Sky socks that are still on the needles too. I have one of those done. So I have 4 socks I have to finish up. But I haven't worked on the Forest and Sky ones. I have to start the second sock. And I haven't finished the first sock or knit on the green ones. And I don't even know if I have them here. I must have them here. I must. Nope, that's the striping one. Where you be? Oh, here we are. Oops. Yeah. So that's the fluorescent green log. What is it? Log cottage. Log house cottage is the dye of this yarn. I love this. It's got a nice sturdiness to it. So that's as far as I am, and that's the first sock. So that's still in the works, and then and then I've got the first Forest and Sky sock done, and I have to cast on the second one. So those are to be done. So that's it for kind of whips, what's in progress, what's completed. Trying to think. So we should just, you know what we're going to do? Yeah. I bought a few things. So if any of you watched previous episodes, and I can't remember if it was one of the episodes or during the Vlogmas, I had mentioned that at work they gave us some Visa gift cards, and I had used some of them to buy the furniture for the office, and then I still had like one left over, so I went and bought myself the Chiagu interchangeables. I love my Chiagus. The red lace cable, it is just, it's amazing. Like, honestly. It's so, I just love it. I love it. So these ones are the minis, and I had already had some of the minis. One of these is missing. It's this one. So it goes from, put your glasses on, Kelly. It goes from US 2, so 2.75, right up to US 8, which is 5 millimeter. And then it came with, I can still fit the other ones in here, and I actually do have some bigger ones that I had bought. So I've got, like, I do have some kicking around that I just bought before I bought the interchangeables. So I'm going to like take them out of these things and put them in the little thing. But they were also having a sale on at Dartmouth Yarns, which is where I bought it the day that I went to get it. So it didn't even take up the whole thing. So I ended up getting a few other things. But I'm not going to show those because they're for my FiberShare partner. I signed up for FiberShare again. So I got that, and I'm really excited because I love Chiago. I love the Chiago needle. So I did, however, then go and get some more sock yarn from Evie Knits. And this one I saw, and it was just like, this is called Sunny Citrus, and it was a really crappy weather day, and I saw this and I thought, that's just sunshine in a skein right there. So I picked this up because, as always, I am a huge Evie Knits sock, actually just huge Evie Knits fan, period. Not even just her socks, her sock yarn. I love it all. This one is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 4-ply fingering weight, so there's 100 grams and 420 meters. So this is the Sunny Citrus. I can't wait to knit these. These are, I think, moving up the queue on the sock knitting. But they're going to have to battle for supremacy of the top spot over these. Because the Loop got a big old supply of Log House Cottage sock yarns, which is what my neon green socks are being made out of. And honestly, people, look at these colors. Like, just look at that. All of these, like, this one was just like super kind of deep and bright colors. And then this one, honestly, look at that. Ugh. Purple and green speckly goodness. So I'm just, yeah, I'm in love with that. I don't know which ones. I don't know. So because I bought some skeins of yarn, and because I already have lots of skeins of yarn, I thought, okay, I gotta do a little stash busting. So since I finished this one, I thought, okay, it's time to cast on another shawl. I am going to do a 2-skein shawl, and I am going to do it out of these two. So these two skeins. So the top one here is Lichen and Lace, and this is in her Daylily colorway, and this is on her single space. And this is on Fiber for the People single base in her drop cloth. And I think this was her spring drop cloth colorway, if I remember correctly. I think she does one for each season. So this one has, I don't know if it shows up here, but it has like these little kind of pops of orange in it that are going to go really well with this, including the dog hair. So, but here was my dilemma. I had picked out, I don't know if I have it here or not. No, I don't. I had picked out the other shawl by Vera Valimaki, and I thought it only took 2 skeins. It takes 2 colors, but you need more than 1 skein of the main color. And I only have 1 each of these. So I need to find a shawl pattern that takes only 2 skeins, and this one I think is 400. So this one is, 100 grams and 400 yards, and this one is 100 grams and 400 yards. So I basically need a shawl that takes 2 colors and no more than 400 yards of each of them. So the other one, the shawl by Vera Valimaki, isn't going to do that. So I thought, okay, well, what about the Pure Joy one? So I pulled out the Pure Joy one, but that, again, the main color, which I'm going to assume is kind of the lighter color that she has here, takes more yardage than 1 skein. So you kind of need 2 skeins of that and then 1 of the contrasting color. So that one's not going to work. And I thought, I could probably, I don't know, maybe I'll still do this because I do really like this. I could kind of put another, like alternate the stripes maybe. I don't know. But, so, I don't know. So if anybody knows of a shawl pattern that takes 2 skeins of yarn and neither skein goes over 100 yards, no, 400 yards, then please let me know. Put a little note down in the drop down and just let me know, because I'm on the search and I really want to use these 2 colors together. Now that I've seen them and I see like how the orange pops on this kind of go really good with this, I really, really want to do that. So if you know of one, let me know. Oops. So yeah, that's in the queue, but I don't know how long it's going to take me to find something. So in the meantime, what I am going to do is I'm going to start, because I want to have a shawl on the needles, and I definitely want to get this one started. So I'm going to start this one, which is the Phoebe, yes, the Phoebe shawl. Josie Paquin. And I've got like, I'm doing it in quite a few different colors. So you can kind of, I've got my color choices of what's going to go where. So, and I've got all the yarn bought for that. So I am actually just, I'm going to start on that one next. And then once I find a pattern for the 2 skeins that I just showed you, I will get started on that. So that's what's in the queue. The other thing I am going to do, and I'm not going to do this right away, but I have a lot of yarn left over from like the sock head hats that I've done, from socks that I've knit. So I am actually going to do the Scrappy Bias shawl, which basically is so simple. And you basically, you make the color changes when you run out of the yarn, and then you just kind of cast on another one. I was going to do the granny stripe blanket, and I may still do that, but I'm not going to jump on that right now. I'd like to kind of do this, and because I think I would use the shawl more than I would use the granny stripe blanket, because here's the thing. A knit blanket in a house with a golden retriever, I think that's just asking for trouble. That's going to be so covered in dog hair, and it's going to be embedded in it that, I don't know. I don't know if that's, I'm still on the fence as to whether I'm going to do that. I have the crochet hook, so if I change my mind, you know, I'm good to go. But the other thing in the to be knit pile, oh, there was there's the other one. I really like that too. So part of me is thinking, well, maybe I could just shorten it a bit, but I don't know if my shaping skills are that adept yet. So I'm just, yeah, I'll wait. Right after I cast on my other Hohi Locatelli sweater, she came out with the easy one. If I'd only waited a few more days. So this is basically a very easy construction, and focusing, I think, more on the yarn that you use and the drape of it, based on the easy construction. So I read the pattern over and I was like, I have to make this sweater. So I'm going to cast this one on as soon as I finish the first one. I'm going to finish the first one first, even though I think this would be an easier knit. I've already started the other one. I'm really excited. I love the yarn. I love the look of the sweater. So I am going to actually finish that one first, and then I'm going to do this one. And I've already ordered the yarn for this, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'll show you when it arrives. So the easy one, Hohi Locatelli, that's a paid pattern on Ravelry. It just came out, I want to say Thursday. Might have been Thursday that came out. So that's in the queue. And you know what? I think that's it for Yarny Goodness. I think that's it. Maybe a little shorter episode this time around. There's no shop update stuff. There's still plenty of stuff in the shop for from the January update and from a few other little updates I'd done previous to that. I am doing a shop update. I'm going to be doing some dyeing today. I've got 3 or 4 colorways I'm going to be doing up. And as soon as I get those done up, I'm going to try to get them in the shop. I'm hoping to have them in the shop by next weekend. So I won't have time to show you what's going in like before it goes in. I didn't time that very well, but I wanted to get the February colorway up and as close to earlier in the month as I could. So yeah, so that's pretty much the shop update. There's stuff in there now. There's still some of the January colorway left. If you guys want to get that, that'll be a non-repeatable. It's a really nice, I really love how that stuff is knitting up. I think there's still a little bit of woodsy left. And I skeined up. I had one that the brown didn't saturate quite as much as I wanted to, so I kept that one for me. So it's actually lighter than on the computer than it is, but it's got like the browns and little pops of green, and this is on the gush base. So that's going in my sock stash. And yeah, so if you want to know what the new colorways are going to be, follow me on Instagram. I'll have it up on there. I'll post it on there, and I'll probably also post it on my Facebook page. And then it should hopefully be up in the shop next weekend, but again, I'll announce that on Instagram and my Facebook page as well. So yeah, so that is pretty much everything I think that's going on. I've got like this huge, I've got like a sea of project bags next to my chair. So that's it for the knitting. Life stuff is just lots of shoveling. We had some really crappy weather this week. I feel like I've done nothing but shoveling all week. It's nice and sunny today, and I think it's supposed to be half decent tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going bowling for my niece's birthday party. And this is actually going to be the first time I've seen my sister since she left. I've been talking to her. We text back and forth. We've been texting back and forth since she left to go to Iqaluit. But it'll be great to see her and get together with the family for the birthday party. And I think that's really, that's all that's really going on. I have figured out a schedule that allows me to write and knit every day, which seems to be working. So for any new viewers, I'm a published author, so I have a book deadline, but I took a bit of a break and I've just been struggling a little trying to get my head back into writing again, because I have one book left in the series that I'm writing on that I need to finish. So, but I really, when I took the break, I used my writing time to knit, and I really didn't want to give that up. I was just really enjoying it. And I just realized I forgot to turn on my little blinky lights. Anyway, segue. So, what I've been doing, I get up at about 10 to 5 in the morning, and then I get over to Starbucks for, I think I usually get there around 20 to 6. And then I would write until 8:15 to 8:30 and then go to work. So I really didn't, when I stopped writing and took a break, I ended up using that time to knit. And I really enjoyed having a little morning time to knit, because I don't always have a lot of time in the evening. And I really didn't want to give that up. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do what we call writing sprints. So I would put the my phone timer on for either 30 to 60 minutes, and I would just have to write flat out, no stopping, no checking the internet, no looking at my phone to see how much longer I had. It would just beep when it was done. And then when I finished, it would be about 7:30, and that still left me time to knit. So, but I had to do the sprint, and I had to follow the rules, and if I didn't, then I had to keep writing. So that's really kind of helped me get my head back in the story, get back my writing mojo, get the book written. So, because the deadline's getting closer. And still get my knitting done. So I've been really happy. That seems to really be working. So I'm going to keep that up for now. And I think that's about it. That's pretty much all she wrote. So I am going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for showing up. To all my subscribers and my regular viewers, thanks so much for showing up. Hope you'll hit the thumbs up and help get the word out about the podcast. And to all the new viewers, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you'll come back and see us again on a regular basis. And until then, I will see you guys in a couple weeks, and happy knitting. See ya.